Hello, good morning. I'm Sonia Harsh Kalyani, currently studying at Dow University. So the topic we're going to discuss today is importance and framework of narrative review. So narrative review basically examines and evaluates the prior published and sometimes unpublished work on a particular topic, such as and helps us to evaluate the feedback methods or assessment tools for communication skills. The format of narrative review is really simple to understand. It is a little bit different from systematic review. When possible, these reviews should address key issues, controversies, and questions of the moment, of the recent current moment. One example of narrative review is the annual literature review presented at national meetings or published in specialty and medical education journals. Publications are selected using specific criteria for quality and themes are summarized. So for narrative reviews, quality assessment is really necessary. You need to validate the studies you're including. Here is an example of the narrative review and particularly the abstract part of the narrative review. We'll come to the abstract later on. So basically it gives an overview or brief introduction of what your topic or your narrative review is all about. Characteristics of narrative review and why it is different from systematic review. So it is as I have already mentioned, it's different from systematic review in various ways, right? So such as like in regards with data collection, it's not systematic. For narrative review, you do not need a research question, and you do not need to follow certain protocol types, and it will not provide you a comprehensive conclusions regarding the state of the science of the problem. Like, okay, topic wise also narrative review are different from systematic review. For example, for narrative reviews, you can write a narrative review for like on reviews of research involving various animal models or patient data from routine clinical practice, but you cannot use these topics for systematic review. Parts of a narrative review or the format of the narrative review. So it involves abstract, introduction, literature search, body or discussion, and conclusion. Introduction is basically, it lays a framework, or it's basically a gateway of providing you the basic information or the basic overview of your topic. It creates an outline to what your headings or further discussion about your topic is going to be. It gives an overview to the audience or the readers. Literature search. For literature search, certain strategy is really important to understand. There are different databases, for example, PubMed, Cochrane Library, and etc., where you can reach out or like search for the relevant studies or relevant information that can be included or that can be involved in your particular topic. For that, you need to focus on the keywords. You need to select certain keywords that might bring the same results. Citing and listing in research references is also important, as at the end of every article you need to give the references you've included. Central body and discussion is the major part or major chunk of your narrative review that basically focuses on the topic and explains it itself. It discusses and evaluates. It also provides a summary and to the research query. Another section and another key concept is important to discuss, that it also you can add different sections to that your central body. So it's the main part of your narrative review. Conclusion. In conclusion, you basically summarize the entire section, entire topic. You need to highlight the main points, the main findings, main key points, and connect the research needs, right? Connect the dots. It's like you need to bring all of your main central discussion into one place. Abstract is basically dependent or like depends on journal style. Word limit varies, like each journal has a different word limit of your abstract, so it can be something that can be worked out at the end. Okay, so this is a table of like stepwise approach of writing a narrative review. First of all, first step is you need to come up with the topic. You need to like approach someone or like discuss your topic that you see that you think is potential. You need to select a topic that not only holds your interest but is also an interest to others. Like for example, researchers, different researchers, readers, right? And also you need to keep that in mind, that is your research topic relevant to the clinical practice, and how is that going to play any role in the future and for the health professionals. Step two is you need to create a strategy, search strategy. You have to see, go through different literatures. You have to understand and evaluate. For that, you should be aware of different databases, which involve PubMed, Cochrane databases, and different etc. Step three involves, you need to be critical, you need to analyze, and you need to find out, and you need to basically follow up through the different trends and like different key findings, and highlight them. You and come up with the patterns you think can be worked upon. You need to understand the knowledge gaps as well, and which will basically provide you new insights. Step 4 involves a logical structure. You need to create an outline for your manuscript, right? You need to cover points. Okay, this is I have to include in my main manuscript, so that nothing at the end is missed out. Do not forget, it's really important, you have to summarize your finding using an abstract. The abstract is the key, I think I could say the hook that basically attracts the readers. So your abstract should be really concise. It should introduce your topic very well. It should specify the literature search you have done and the results that you presented through your topic, through your literature, through your manuscript, and implications of your review. Narrative review also can involve diagrams and figures. It can help you to make your manuscript more concise, and it's easier to visualize for the authors or for the readers. In a narrative review, research question is often broad, other than, like as compared to the systematic review. Your search strategy is not defined; it's all systematic. You can go out of the block. You need to search for topics that can be relevant in any way. Article selection is not systematic, and our narrative reviews can address one or more questions. As I've already mentioned, that it's the way it basically differentiates or distinguishes itself from systematic reviews, that the research question is really broad. You do not have to focus on something so concise. You can go as much as broad as you can. You can expand all over, right? Subjectivity in study section is the main weakness, but you have to make sure that you basically include the publication biases, as it's something that can be challenging. Thank you.